Like, I'm serious, this page is different. What's going on, everybody? Blazing Defender and
Big Sam.
Oh shit, y'all thought I was kidding. I wasn't kidding.
Looks like Big Head Sam.
That is actual size, ladies and gentlemen. What you're seeing right now is actual size. What's going on, you all? Of course, this is the Infinity War review. We are going to go a little spoiler-free for you that haven't seen the movie, just to let you know what you're getting into. I promise we'll have a big spoiler disclaimer. But first, I want to say that I am recording, or we are recording live. It's, I usually do my own show, right?
I know.
So it's weird now.
Yeah.
It's really strange. But we are recording live from the Zone Comic Shop. I know some of y'all probably thought I was lying when I would tell you about this place, but it's the truth. We are recording live in the store right now. Free Comic Book Day is coming up.
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday,
the
Derby
5th,
Day.
The 5th, not the 28th.
Yeah, May 5th.
May 5th. Yeah.
First Saturday in May. It's been Free Comic Book Day for what? Several years now, right?
It's great day.
It's a great day. It's a fantastic day. You guys get free comic books. Free comic books. Yeah, that's not a misquote, and it's
there's 54 of them this year.
There's 54 titles to choose from. And let me just read the special, that way I don't confuse anybody. Okay, May 5th, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. First 100 people get a free gift bag. Dang, can you tell them what's in the gift bag?
Special stuff.
Special stuff. There might be an Infinity Stone in the bag. I don't know.
One year, I got a pop figure from Sons of Anarchy. I gave it back though.
Why?
Because man, it was the
Was it
worst
Opie?
actor. No, it was the worst actor of all time. That idiot with the big chin. There was Hellboy.
Ron Perlman.
The worst actor. He's the single.
That's just horrible.
We calculated, and he's the worst.
He's not good
of all time.
But I thought he was a great Hellboy.
So Dan tried to give me this pop as a joke.
Oh, it was a joke. So your bag was scripted.
Yeah, it was. It was a scripted.
Your bag will not be scripted.
I was
guys.
the 101st person. So.
I feel bad. Somebody got a Twilight action figure.
Oh God! Was it sparkly? Was it the
Yes.
spark? Oh man, that's probably like $600 now.
Yeah, for real.
But guys, like Sam said, there are 54 free comic books they're offering this year.
Well, the good thing is, it's not like they're trying to throw out
Oh no!
Barbie goes to Lazarus, or
This is good stuff,
something.
guys.
I mean, there's Avengers books, there's a Ninja Turtle book.
The books that I previewed on the last show, the stuff that Marvel's coming out with, the Spider-Man book is one of them.
That DC Nation Zero.
DC Nation Zero is one of them.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of good stuff to be had. But this is the deal. This is how the free comic book works. You may take one free comic book, or if you spend $30 or more, you may take one each of the free comic books while supplies last.
So you can come spend $30, get some good stuff, and then get essentially 54 free comics if you make it early enough.
You can't beat it. Yeah, but and I will tell you, I typically don't make it to Free Comic Book Day because it is Derby Day here in Louisville, Kentucky, which is a huge day. I'm usually at the track, but I did make it one year, and there was like a line to get in the comic book store, and all the free stuff was gone. So you got to get here early. Now, say you get here late, say you're partying, it is Derby week, but you still want to enjoy free comic books. You get here, the free comic books may be gone, but they are also running the largest sale of the year, and nearly everything will be on sale. If there's an item you're looking for and we're out of stock, we can order it. We will be offering rain checks on that item, and you will get the sale price on the item. Nobody does that, guys.
Yeah,
nobody does that. I'm telling you.
Dan doing another thing kind of similar with that. Yeah, if he doesn't have something and you want to pre-order it, he's going to give it to you for the sale price.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Nobody does that, guys.
No one.
Hey, you want to go to the Great Escape? Tell them that's the deal you want. You're going to get laughed out of there. All right. The address, guys. Zone Comics and Toys, 285 North Hubbards Lane, Suite 200. Louisville, Kentucky, 40207. And guys, you've heard me talk about it on the show before. The place is fantastic. He's got a new shop. It looks exactly like a comic book shop should. You're going to get great service. You're going to have a great product. You're going to enjoy it. Okay. We want to thank Dan and the Zone for having us.
Let's give him the phone number and the website, too, real quick.
Yeah, the phone number is 502-893-8654. It is www.zonecomicsshop.com.
Should we spell it for him?
No, we don't spell on the show.
We spell nothing
We
on
spell
this
nothing.
show.
The coupon code I gave for Loot Crate did not get spelled.
Ever.
And there will be no spelling on the Meatheads on Movies.
Zero spelling.
It's kind of like counterintuitive to what we are. We don't spell. We're Meatheads.
Well,
okay.
We really can't spell.
No, that's why.
Kind of
That's
real
exactly
deal,
why.
you know?
That's exactly why.
There's a Q, you know.
It sounds like there's a Z, but sometimes the X is silent. I'm so confused.
A, bicep curl, L, something like that.
Dumbbell roll. No, we're the dumbbell, trust me.
Right.
Okay, guys, what you wanted was the review. We're getting notes. This is like real shit. Like, we're getting notes.
Yeah, real quick.
And not by hot girls, so that sucks.
That never happens.
And that never happens, by the way.
Really quick, Dan, who's the owner of the Zone, is also a personal friend of ours. Great guy.
Right.
He wanted to let everyone know too. If you can't make it out because of Derby, you can pre-order your stuff and he'll give you the sale.
Come on.
So he's really trying to be understanding with all, because
Right.
in Louisville, I mean, the Derby is a huge deal.
It's everything.
Lasts all week, so he's trying to really be understanding and still hook you guys up.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
So
yeah. So like I said, go to Great Escape. Go somewhere else and try to get that. Yeah, we want to pre-order for your future sale
and
price.
Can we get the sale price? And it may be in your store, it may not, but order that, and I want it at the same price.
Maybe
as if it was.
Maybe Dan has the time stone, and we just don't know. And actually, you're not pre-ordering, but you're buying the day of the sale.
Yeah, and then he just goes back in, and I like it.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, Dan's smooth like that.
Crafty.
All right, guys, we're gonna go spoiler free for, let's say, 5 minutes. We're going to spoil it for 5 minutes.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough. Well, I don't even know where to start.
Oh, my gosh. How about
okay, first, since we're spoiler free, like it?
Yeah, loved it. Loved it. I'll say that never in my lifetime did I think I was going to be able to say a movie was better than Avengers 1, or even close to Avengers 1. Now, I need to see a second time.
Absolutely.
I'm not quite ready to say it was better than Avengers 1.
Yeah.
But it's in consideration.
Yes.
And I never thought I would get there. It's kind of like in 1993 when the Wu-Tang Clan dropped Enter the Wu-Tang. And I was like, this is the pinnacle of hip-hop. Nothing will ever beat this. And it hasn't. That's how I felt about Avengers 1. And now we've got a movie that I have to seriously consider. Is this as good, if not better, than Avengers 1? And that's
That's a bold statement.
Yeah, I'm pretty amazed by that.
I mean, that is a bold statement. And you guys that seen my little video, my first reaction video, that's what I said. I said initially this beats Avengers 1 for me. Okay. That is my initial feeling. Okay. I will have to see it a second time for that to be cemented in stone. Right. But I loved Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier is right there on the butthole of Avengers. It always will be. Yeah. But Avengers always was magical for me, and it still is. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. This does not make Avengers
this doesn't take away from
it doesn't make it not a classic movie. But this movie did things. It was a better movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And the sheer magnitude of the characters and everything.
That's what did it for me.
And it's fantastic.
I mean, and we got a taste of it at the beginning of Age of Ultron, when they're running through the forest, the wooded area, and they're fighting everything, and Hulk do this, I got this, blah blah, and you saw that team unity. Where in Avengers 1, you saw the team, but they weren't unified yet. They just came together. They weren't working completely as a team yet.
Right.
And I was like, that's cool, because this team interplay is really neat to me. It's like watching the military, the way they move and stuff. And this one is nothing but that. I mean, Black Widow playing off Captain America with Falcon coming in the rear, you know, and so on
Well,
and so forth.
and Cap and Black Panther fighting side by side,
running together. Was
running
just
together.
awesome,
Oh my
man.
God, it was so awesome. Oh, wait a minute,
Well, that's not a spoiler.
It's not a spoiler.
Yeah,
It's not a
Cap and
spoiler.
Black running isn't a spoiler.
Right, it's right. Yeah,
You-
but be looking for it because it
there's-
looks really, really cool.
There's going to be some running in an action movie.
Right,
That's
right.
expected. Yeah, I mean, literally, me and Travis kind of like tapped each other when
God.
Panther and Cap were running in unison like that. It's really, really bad.
It is really badass. There's like several moments in this movie, not just a
yeah.
couple. There's
Yeah.
several like, oh my God,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah.
The opening scene.
Yeah, and don't say
Don't-
what it is because that's
No, I won't say it. What I will say is, do not be late to this
No,
movie.
yeah, don't be late.
If
You may
you're-
have a few minutes for the 8,000 previews.
Yeah, you do get a bunch of
but-
previews,
but
don't be late.
Yeah, don't miss a
because
minute of
You're
this.
really going to be sorry.
I'll tell you, both me and you purposefully avoided pretty much the internet for a week, which was weird. A weird week without the internet.
Oh my
was
God, media blackout.
It was
Yeah.
pretty odd.
Yes.
But this movie, have you ever had a faster 2.5 hours in your life? It felt like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
you know?
I looked at my watch and was like, "Oh shit! You got to be kidding me! We've been here this long?"
Yeah. I mean, okay, so when you look at a movie, sometimes you might see an 80-minute runtime or a 90-minute runtime. You're like, okay, this is going to be a movie that gets straight into the action, and that's
Right.
it. You know,
Right.
that's why it's shorter. This is the first movie I've ever seen 2 hours, 2.5 hours, you know, even really an hour 45 or so, that throws you into the action immediately and does not let up.
Yeah, it doesn't. It really. There's no lull.
No lull.
And the lull, I guess, that there would have been, you had to have that moment because it sets up so much as the movie progresses forward.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
there's
you just
no-
can't have all action. I mean, to tell a story, you just really can't.
There's no wasted screen.
There's no wasted screen time.
And the humor was pretty on point.
Oh, I loved it.
And really, it was pretty necessary in this movie because this is a pretty dark and
Oh, my God.
sad, tough movie, especially for Marvel.
Yes.
You know, we saw the Deadpool trailer, and he said, "Oh, you're so dark. Are you not sure you're not from the DCU?" You know, we laughed. I'm thinking
Right.
like, well, this Infinity War is nice and dark too.
Dude,
you know?
yeah, I mean, they definitely darkened it up. And one of the guys that went with us when we left, he was like visibly shook. Like he didn't like the ending because it's
Can't
dark.
say it. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
dark. No, I can't say.
And you
I
got
won't say
a
it.
and you got a text from someone else that said the same thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did. Yeah,
He said,
yeah.
"Man, I'm kind of depressed."
Yeah,
you
I'm
know?
depressed. Yeah, as soon as I got out, it's actually Jim Fredericks. I think he might be in the chat or watching.
All right,
But
shout out.
Jim sent me a text and goes, "Dude, just walked out of Avengers. I'm depressed."
Yeah,
which we weren't. I
No,
mean, it's a
not
lot
depressed.
to process.
Yeah,
it's
it
a lot
is.
to process.
I definitely wasn't depressed because it was so amazing,
So
jaw
amazing.
dropping. You
So
know?
amazing.
It
And-
wasn't like when I walked out of Star Wars, I was depressed because it was terrible.
Right.
You know, this,
And let me ask you because I think we're going to have the same answer.
getting some
Hey,
claps
got
here.
some claps here. Who was your favorite character in the movie?
Easily, Thanos.
Easily.
I mean, it's not even.
It's not even close.
And you're a huge Cap guy.
I'm a huge Cap.
I'm a huge Black Panther guy, and Thanos.
And I wasn't mad about it.
Yeah, at all. Thanos easily outshone him.
It's his movie.
and I was cool with it.
Yes, and I'll say this for like all the comic fans that are watching. They wrote Thanos better than he's ever been written in the comics.
Oh yeah, and they gave a shout out to Jim Starlin
In the credits, yeah.
in the credits. But really, Jim Starlin may want to give a shout out to them because he might get some royalty money off of this.
Which Thanos has been always one of my favorite villains, just because his power. I mean, he's just the quintessential Marvel.
And the
bad
old
guy.
Infinity Gauntlet, which
Yes.
is here in trade paperback here at the Zone
At the
comic
Zone.
shop. You know, if you want it, and if he's sold out, he can order it for you at sale price. Infinity Gauntlet was such a great event, when we were
Right.
coming up.
I want to say real quick, Jason Moran said he took his son and he said Cole hated it.
Oh.
Cole. Well, no, hold on. I know where this is going. Cole is 10 or
Okay.
11.
He's like,
And
Spider-Man.
that's got to be a very hard thing for a 10-year-old to watch.
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
not because of graphic
No.
violence or anything like that, but the ending is dark, man. It's very
and
dark.
there's parts leading up to the ending that are pretty dark too.
oh,
It's
yeah.
not. I mean, you take a couple gut punches through this movie to.
A few.
Yeah,
and you're waiting for the next one.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
weird. Unlike Logan, which was a total gut wrench.
Yeah, Logan was sadder than this.
Oh my God!
movie.
But I mean, we loved it. We loved it.
Oh,
I mean,
man, one of
to
my
me,
favorites.
it's one of my favorites. But this is like that. Okay.
I even saw the Blazing Defender wipe a couple tears here and there.
Oh, in this movie?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Times.
And it wasn't because none of them
It
were
wasn't for
sad.
the sad.
No, it wasn't sad
It
tears.
was more the amazement
But
tears.
we'll just go ahead and we'll have that segue into we're going to get in
to the
spoiler
spoilers.
territory. Yeah, we're going to get in spoiler territory. So for those of you, I think a lot of people in the chat I know have watched it because you sent me texts last night telling me you've seen it. So a lot of you are good. But if you're watching,
his son Cole said best movie ever, but he hated it.
that's how we felt about Logan. Yeah, exactly.
Logan's tough even on the rewatch.
Oh, I know.
Man.
Oh, trust me. Yeah, I had to build myself up to watch that movie again. Okay, guys, we're going to get into spoiler territory now. So if you haven't seen the movie, watch the replay. 3, 2, 1.
Spoiler
Spoiler
time.
time. Okay.
All right.
You want to talk about the opening scene?
Okay. So the movie starts, right? And you're seeing, just this decimation of the spaceship,
From Ragnarok.
right, from the ending credits from Thor Ragnarok. And you're like, oh gosh, what happened? And then they pan into it and you're seeing just all these Asgardians, laid out dead, which is crazy because, they're like, Asgard's not a place, it's a people.
Right.
Well, now it's like there's no Asgard because looks like they wiped out everybody.
Right.
So Thor's still alive, Loki's still alive. Loki does his thing. He's great.
Oh, yeah. Tom
And,
Hiddleston's amazing.
Out of the blue, Thanos grabs Loki by the neck.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, is this gonna be the first? Because you're gonna get some death in this movie.
Yeah,
You're like,
the Russo brothers said we were going to have plenty of it.
and you said, is this gonna be the first death? You kind of said to yourself,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden they say we have a Hulk, and the Hulk comes through and just wrecks.
Why wasn't I looking for that? I guess I was so enthralled with what was going on. I wasn't like, hey, where's Ruffalo at? Where's the Hulk at?
No,
I wasn't even
I didn't think
thinking
about that at all.
And oh my God.
And if you remember,
what a scene.
the Thor Ragnarok, I guess we didn't shoot a Meatheads for that, but when me and you talked, I said, when I saw it in the theater, I liked it but didn't love it. My second watch, I liked it a lot more.
Good.
My one complaint that I really had was that they didn't let Hulk really fight that Hellhound. They kind of just tussled in the water, rolled around and stuff, and I thought that's a missed opportunity.
Yes, big time.
Well, they sure make up for it here because the Hulk comes through and they just start busting some ass.
Oh man, and
it was great.
Yeah, and you get this is actually the first time that we've seen Thanos fight on film.
Right.
Like you've always seen him in the background,
Smiling,
yeah, being all maniacal and shit. But it's established very quickly how tough Thanos is.
Yeah.
Without Infinity Stones.
Right, yeah, you get a taste of his power right off the bat.
Now, he does have the power. He already has the Power Stone, which we find out early that he levels Xandar. He levels Xandar, which we figured because in the trailer, when we seen the Power Stone, we knew he did that.
Right.
But, you kind of see when he activates them, they glow when he's activating an ability on the stone. There was no activation in the Power Stone. He was beating the Hulk.
Old school bare knuckle fight.
And what was awesome is was it Ebony Maw that went to go get into it? Or no, it was Corvus.
Yeah, Corvus.
Glaive goes to step in and Ebony Maw goes, let him have his fun.
Have his fun. Yep.
I was like, oh, get it on. And they did. Great. I mean, already we're like, holy crap. First 10 minutes is that
first 10 minutes
movie.
of the movie. Yeah. And then he kills Loki.
Yeah. No illusion.
And he said there will be no resurrection this time.
He did. Which I had, as you know, in my speculation show, I said odds-on favorite, he would be the first, and he was, which really wasn't that big, great of a call. Wasn't no hot take or nothing. But yeah, so he gone. Well, maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
he's as gone as anyone.
Yeah,
really
he's as gone. Well, I don't know. I would say Gamora is as gone as anyone.
No, I agree. I mean, I think everyone that died in this movie is dead.
Yeah.
Now, if it stays that way, we'll see. But,
yeah.
But I think he's as dead as everyone else is.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I mean, the way he choked him out and he lost all the color.
Yeah, and his eyes, like
just,
all the blood vessels were popping in his eyes.
Just dropped the body, you know.
Yeah, pretty gross.
Oh, man, this is...
and then, I mean...
It's kind of like this isn't your typical Marvel movie right off the bat.
Right off the bat. I really enjoyed the Guardians coming in.
Man, they were fantastic.
I mean, who doesn't love the Guardians? We all love the Guardians. But I was really curious on how the interaction would be. Yeah. And it was fantastic.
That was one of the best parts of the movie.
It was one of the best parts. Yeah, for sure. Quill was one of the best parts of the movie.
Quill was fantastic. Rocket.
Oh, Rocket, yeah.
Thor kept calling him a rabbit.
Dude, oh my God. Like, for me, like, we were going to talk about this in a minute. We both say Thanos. Thanos for sure stand out for both of us.
Yeah.
My second pick would have been Thor, easily. They put Thor on another level in this. Like, you've seen it kind of in Ragnarok. You really see his power, and he's pissed. The Thunder God is pissed.
When he comes through...
At the end?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He comes through and he lights everyone up with lightning.
Oh my God.
He's got the hammer cocked back, you know.
It's so dope.
It's what, half hammer, half axe or something.
Yeah, it's Stormbreaker, yeah. It's like it's kind of like a hammer front that's got a pickaxe on the back.
Yeah, exactly. And his eyes light up with lightning, you know. So I said,
yeah, and Sam did say his eyes.
I did.
He gets one back.
I said, man, his eyes are lit up with lightning, and mine are lit up with tears. That part was just,
when he shows up at the end, which we're jumping towards the end here. The final.
This isn't going to be in any sort.
No. We're just because we haven't even processed it.
Yeah, we're too hyped.
We're way too hyped. But when he came down, because it's going bad for Cap and them. It's going bad. And Cap's covered up, Panther's covered up, two of the best fighters in the MCU. They're going to take an L. Widow, and then Hulkbuster. Banner was in the Buster armor, which we speculated. They're going to take the L, and then Thor shows up, and it's glorious. Like everything when a Thunder God shows up should be. And I felt tears running down my eyes. Yeah. Because I was so happy, and it looked so awesome.
Well, and I thought, and I'm glad they've done this over the long period, because the first few Thor solo movies, and even Avengers, you got a small kind of taste of Thor, but you were like, for a god, he's a little depowered to me,
Right. Yeah.
And over time, like you said, now in Ragnarok, you started to get a taste of it finally, and in this movie, full on. You finally have Thor, the god of thunder.
Yes. And the whole, which we all speculated he was going to create a new hammer. He does. Right. That was really cool.
Really well done. Tell him.
What's that?
Tell him who makes his appearance.
Oh, Tyrion?
Yeah.
Peter Dinklage. And I said in the speculation trailer or the speculation show that Peter Dinklage was going to, I can't remember his name now, because I had to look it up. There were 3 dwarves that Nettlevere dwarves, wherever that area is, that made Thor's hammer. But there's one credited with it more in the Marvel Comics, and that's who Peter Dinklage played. That's who I thought he was going to be playing. But it's not your typical dwarf.
No.
He's giant. And it's like, holy crap. Like, great spin.
Well, yeah, what a tongue-in-cheek to make Peter Dinklage
absolutely.
giant,
And, I thought about that when Dinklage took that role. I'm like, really? They're going to make it? It's Marvel, so it ain't like he's just playing any dwarf. But I'm like, I would think he would be kind of against it, just as a from a professional standpoint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when they were like, hey, you're going to be a dwarf, and he's probably like, fuck you. And then they went, you're going to be about 40 feet high. Yeah. And he went, I'm in.
Right. I've always wanted to be tall.
I've always wanted to be tall. But yeah, so that was another fantastic moment.
Yeah.
The best part of the movie, the action is what the action is. I mean, it's Marvel action at its best, second to none. But the story,
the CG was great. Where I had a little issue with the Panther CG.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, a lot of people did. Sure.
You know, this one was right on point.
Right on point. And yeah, with Thanos having so many scenes, and I know they do the motion capture and they put the FX over top, but it looks so good. Like there's a scene where he's grabbing Tony when they're on Titan. And I don't know if you've seen it, but like his forearm was, I mean, the muscles were, I mean, the veins were popping out. Like he was really strangling the crap out of Tony.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just I mean, the CG's fantastic, but the story is what sets this apart, really.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's Thanos' story.
Yeah.
And he's not the maniacal worshiping death
type
of guy in the comics.
Just kill everyone.
Yeah, I just want to kill everybody because I love death. You know, the embodiment of death, which was always kind of an abstract thing to kind of grasp a hold of.
Right.
But he's
married to it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Weird.
And she never spoke to him in that shit.
Right.
But here, he's got a vision. He's a man on a mission.
Yeah.
I mean, he even says that.
Yeah, he has a mission. Essentially, he feels that the universe has a finite amount of resources,
right?
And so many beings have been created at this point that they're going to run out of resources.
It happened to Titan,
right?
It happened to his home planet.
They eventually reveal it happened to Titan, and that's where he got kind of that initial motivation. So his goal, his mission is to wipe out half of all life in the universe. Not because he wants death, but because he actually wants life.
Right.
He wants the rest of everyone to be able to go on and live and everything. Because if not, he says everything is going to die and break down because you've run out of resources.
Like in Titan.
Yeah. So it gives you a character that you can relate to. Are the means okay? No, not at all. No. But you can understand the justification behind it.
Yeah. And that's what makes a good villain.
Yeah, exactly. If you kind of dabble in that gray area,
right,
and have to think to yourself, do I side with him a little bit? Of course, I'm not siding with killing, but
and I think it was Gamora that said, I can't remember what exactly she said to him, but he basically said, like, why you then? Like, why you? And he was like, because I can.
He said, I have the will to.
I had the will to. Yes, that's what it was. Yes. And I was kind of like, this is badass, man.
Well, and it's just like, I'm going to go back to The Dark Knight because I think The Dark Knight is one of the smartest comic book movies written. And you have the Joker. The Joker says, look at everyone's morals and values. They uphold these things like there's some real thing. He said, but if a whole group of soldiers gets killed overseas, I think he says, or wherever, he goes, no one even bats an eye. He said, but if one mayor gets killed, well, everyone's up in arms.
Right.
He's 100% right.
100% correct.
And that's the weird moral justification we put on it because we expect soldiers to die to a certain extent and stuff, and that's terrible.
Right. Right.
But it makes you think, wow, is the Joker kind of right?
Sure. Sure.
It's the same thing.
A method to his madness.
Exactly. Yeah. It's the same thing you do with Thanos. Obviously you don't think the means are okay.
Right.
But you understand where he's coming from.
Yeah, I think you said it at lunch. He's not a good dude.
No.
I mean, like, he's torturing Nebula.
Oh, that scene was tough to watch.
That scene was tough to watch. You know what's even funny about that? Like, Nebula, of course, she kind of got a little bit of redemption story in Guardians 2.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen her a whole lot. Right. She's usually a villain. You know what I mean? Yeah. And here, you feel for her.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, man, dude, just tell him where the stone is.
Right,
you know what I mean? Right. But, Gamora, I mean, if you'd have told me Gamora's role in this movie would have been what it was, I'd have been like, nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, Gamora was, one of the key players.
Which is Thanos' daughter, so, I mean, they didn't neglect that fact at all.
No.
And, man, that scene, I'm telling you, man, like that scene where he finds out how to get the soul stone, soul for a soul, which we got to talk about the cameo real quick.
Right, got to.
Yeah, we got to talk about the Red Skull.
So all of a sudden you see this shadowy figure come out, which I almost thought was Death at first.
I did too.
It's got the hood.
Yeah, and it's floating around like. I guess that was the wind blowing his cape.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. And I was kind of like, oh my God, it's Death. But then it spoken, it was male. You know, and Death is a female
Right.
as far as the Thanos comics and everything.
No, Death is a female for sure.
Well, no doubt.
No doubt.
So,
No argument there.
that's why men die quicker than women.
Exactly.
On average, you know, so
Exactly.
they get like that 6 years of partying at the end. They're like, ah, we did it, bitches.
Yeah.
You know. So I'm like, well, I guess it can't be Death. And then you start to see this face, and both me and Trash were kind of like,
I was in shock.
No way.
I know.
Red
when
Skull's
you
back.
were like, I was
Yeah.
kind of like, oh, like I didn't even know where I was
Yeah.
at for a minute. 'Cause I was like, oh my God.
The Red Skull's back.
We knew he was somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We knew he was somewhere.
And he looked awesome. He
did.
looked kind of withered down.
Yeah.
You know, like his years have not been good.
Right. Well, I mean, living on that place, I mean,
Right.
if he wasn't super soldierish, he probably would have been dead.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, and he states, you know, that he became the overseer
Yeah.
for this thing that.
Which, you know, like, yeah, I'm sure you got this too. He wasn't this, I'm going to rule the world.
You're
You know,
right,
he was
right.
kind of like, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
There's a payoff here.
And he said
Like,
it. He said it was
cost
his
you.
curse to constantly watch people.
Yes.
You know, go for this. You know, this stone.
Yes. Yeah,
and
yeah,
what
yeah.
you end up having to give up is the one thing you love in order to get the soul,
Right.
a soul for a soul. And he said, you know, having been kind of banished there and having to watch over and over. And he said he kind of blamed the Tesseract for that. He
Yeah.
said it sent me here to watch this. This
Yeah.
is my penance, you know, and that's
So
that's interesting.
It is interesting because we've always thought, especially in the comic books, that the stones were sentient.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? You know, in the MCU, they're basically Wong is described, which is a great name, Wong. If I ever have kids, his name's gonna be Wong. But they described it as the Big Bang,
Yeah.
like it was
Yeah.
at the beginning of time.
Yeah.
Which in the Marvel universe, in the Marvel comics, it was a being. It was a sentient being that I think he was bored or something. Like he broke off into these other things to explore the world. So I think, you know, he watches through the stones.
Yeah.
I think has always been kind of my theory.
Well, it's interesting too to think about, and I have to really sit down and analyze this a little bit. Just kind of came to me, but you have this with the stones, the Big Bang. They said the 6 stones were thrown, you know, throughout the universe, and so on and so forth. Each one stands for a certain thing. And in Guardians 2, we were kind of shown how Ego played his part
Right.
in creating life and things like that. So
Right.
it'd be interesting to see how those intertwine.
Yeah, but, you know, they also called Ego a celestial.
Celestial,
and
right.
he was an elder in the comic books.
Right.
You know what I mean? The
Right.
Celestials were like the big
robot
Jack
looking
Kirby
things,
looking. Yeah.
Kind of look like giant, even more giant Galactus.
Yeah,
Kinda.
exactly. Yeah, very, very, very reminiscent of Galactus. But like, I remember the best part of that scene with Gamora was she's laughing. Like
Yeah.
when Skull tells her that, she's laughing. She's like, ha,
she thinks she's
I'm
been
so glad
defeated.
I'm here right now because you've been wanting this. You've killed all these people, and now you can't get it because you don't love anything.
Right. She thinks she's been defeated.
And Thanos' face, man, it was like, I was like, oh my God. Like, you see it coming a mile
Oh, yeah,
away.
yeah, yeah.
You've seen it before Gamora even
I
says
will
that.
say, one thing about this movie is there was many predictable parts to this.
Yeah, but they didn't feel like you never went, oh, I knew that was coming.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I
agreed.
mean?
Yeah, they weren't badly done.
Like, I knew Gamora was going to get thrown
Yeah.
before she did.
For sure.
But
For sure.
To see the look on her face, thinking that, ha ha. And then when Skull says, those tears ain't for him.
Yeah.
Skull knew.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, which makes that whole where he comes and basically wipes out half of her planet.
Right.
It makes that scene even more powerful. You know,
Yeah.
great look, great scene.
For sure.
You know, especially she takes his finger because Thanos has got some Michael Jordan hands, dude. I mean, he's got some fucking mitts.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's so many scenes like that.
Yeah.
I mean, even like, you know, me being a Cap fan, when General Ross is at Avengers
yeah,
Tower,
yeah, the
and Cap's
hologram
like,
of him.
I'm done asking permission.
Yeah.
Like, I'm past that.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you know, and I remember a meme that a long time ago when the pictures first surfaced of Cap's beard, it said, I'm dark and I've got secrets, and it said Cap's beard. Like, that's what Cap's beard said. I thought that was fantastic. And then when he's I mean, like, Cap is definitely, even with the limited screen time he had, as far as lines go.
Sure.
I mean, he's in the fight a lot. You could tell this is a different Cap.
Well, one thing I like too is I'm not a huge fan of the new Shield kind of designs that he's got. And they didn't really play that up much.
Oh, the Wakandan shield?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, they didn't.
And that was good. It was kind of like the bat goggles, where I was kind of like,
yeah, the Bat Oakleys. Yeah.
And they didn't turn.
Well,
out to really be a big
I wonder
thing.
how it tested with audiences. It tested really well, but when they do those test audiences, like with Deadpool, Cable and Domino tested so well with test audiences. After the movie is released, they go back and add scenes.
Yeah.
They added scenes of Cable and Domino because they tested so well. Yeah. So it makes me wonder if they were like, "Hey, man, that shield's whack, dude."
Yeah.
And the Rose was like, "Yeah, you know what? It sounded better in our head. You're right." And they took scenes out. I don't know. But did you notice in the trailers? And I said this from the first trailer. I was like, "Man, the Hulk looks weird there."
Yeah.
When the Wakandans are all running out with Cap and Panther and Widow, you got the Hulk running back there.
Right.
And the Hulk's not running back. He's Banner inside the Hulkbuster the entire time. So I guess, you guys get it. We loved it. We're going to love it the second time.
Oh, yeah.
There'll be more to talk about. But do you want to transition to things? There's actually things we didn't like, guys.
Yeah, sure.
There's actually things.
I would say the main thing, obviously, is the use of the Hulk.
Yeah.
Aside from that first scene, which was just awesome. He wasn't in the rest of the movie.
That's it.
You would see his face for a second. Banner was kind of like, and that was weird how they've made that dynamic compared to the comic, where Banner kind of could
talk to him,
talk to the Hulk, and he's like, "Man,
and he answers.
Come on, yeah, I need you." And the Hulk comes out, and says, "No," and.
So is it because Hulk got his ass kicked?
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, Hulk was kind of playing a bitch, and I don't like that, man.
Yeah,
but he
like
was
Hulk
also kind of a little emotional and baby-like in Ragnarok when him and Thor are in the room together at 1st. Hulk was
when he calls him the dumb Avenger.
Yeah, and all that stuff. So I guess they've kind of established a little bit of that. It's just not really what I want out of the Hulk. I want to see the Hulk. My favorite part of Avengers 1 was him jumping from building to building, hitting aliens, and roaring and all that stuff. And
yes.
You had enough powerful characters in this.
Yes,
scene.
Jason, he was very scared.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. We don't know.
I think that's where it came,
I don't know what else they would think like an audience, what conclusion we would come to.
Well,
that's
Bruce
what
even says we need to have a talk, and I think that's kind of what he's alluding to.
Yeah.
But in this movie, one of the problems with the Hulk is he's so powerful. It's like, who do you put him up against? You either got to be like Annihilation, which is another big-ass Hulk-like creature,
right,
or someone like Thor,
right.
Okay? In this movie, you had the chance, because you had enough powerful beings with the Black Order and with Thanos, to utilize the Hulk, and they missed on that.
Yeah. Well, and I think what's weird to me is I thought they set that up in the first scene.
Yeah.
He wipes the floor with Hulk.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, hey, dude, you can play now and don't have to worry about breaking shit because you can't hurt Thanos.
Yep.
So I thought that's what they were kind of setting up. And I kept waiting, especially at the end when Thor shows up to save the day. I thought it was going to be Hulk that saved the day, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
That sucked.
That was my main complaint if I had one in the movie.
Yeah.
Smaller.
Jason Moran said the first beating's always tough.
No doubt. No doubt.
Well, what about when Thor beat him up? Thor beat him up Ragnarok.
It was close.
Thor was winning that fight till Grandmaster stepped in. Cheated.
Yeah, Thor.
That's the reason he did it.
Agree, Thor won, but it wasn't a beat down.
That wasn't a beat down. Not like Thanos gave him.
No, Thanos pulled his hands off it. You saw the look in the Hulk's eyes. That's why I kind of thought it was the scared thing. And if we're gonna go smaller complaints, Bucky continues to get underutilized.
Yeah, I think that's the reason. But I think that's done on purpose because I think we're going to see the next 10 years of Sebastian Stan carrying the shield. He's got a 9-picture deal and he's got 5 left.
Yeah.
So, we're going to see Sebastian Stan a lot.
Yeah.
Which is very cool because he gets his arm.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He seems to be in a good place for the first time.
Yeah, he's smiling.
Yeah.
He looked a little dejected when they gave him the arm. You think, oh, man, I got a vibranium arm. Oh, my God. And it was kind of like,
He kind of
where's the fight at?
Well, and he kind of knows what that arm represents too. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
It's a bad place for him.
Right.
You know.
Well, you know, on complaints, we were talking about this at lunch. The Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Not that she was bad by any means, but her power set
seems to come and go.
But we were talking about this at lunch again. I attribute that to her not really knowing her power. I mean, Vision had the Mind Stone, and he still doesn't quite know what it does, what it is. He's like, it's trying to talk to me, but I don't know what it says. He even says that. Right. So, and her abilities came from it. So, I'm sure she don't know what the hell she can do. But when she's pushed to the edge, she has ability. Well, you know what I mean? Yeah. Or she ramps it up, I should say.
Yeah, it's just hard for me, you know, because there's times when she seems to know what she can do, when they're like, you're the one that could destroy an Infinity Stone.
Yeah.
I mean, how many people in the universe could do that, you know?
Yeah.
But then she gets whooped, you know, by, you know, on a couple different occasions. Yeah. But then she comes down and she just completely decimates those four kind of like destroyers.
Which is fun when General Quay says, why was she up there the whole time?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, well, she was up there to destroy the stone, which that got interrupted.
Right.
We really haven't talked a lot about them a whole lot. The Black Order.
Yeah.
I mean, they look fantastic.
Oh, man, they look great.
They look so good. And the Black Order is like probably my favorite villain group in the last 20 years, maybe longer
You're
than
a
that.
big Corvus fan.
I'm a big Corvus Glaive fan. I'm actually, I'm really digging Ebony Maw right now.
Well, Ebony really got to shine.
Oh, Ebony was, and you know, I some of the press stuff I'd seen from the test audiences, everybody said that Ebony Maw really gets to shine.
Well, and that's what's funny is because when I was kind of, you know, I don't know a ton about the Black Order going into the movie, so I tried to read little things like, you'll know this about the Black Orders, you know, this, that, and the third. And, you know, for Ebony Maw, they said, he's kind of like the Flavor Flav. He's Thanos' hype man. And I was like, that sounds weak. You know, I was like, come on, I mean, anyone can talk loud and shit. You know, like, Thanos, boy. You know? So I was like, and then when he just came out and just started, he's moving shit.
Well, see, now that's a power that he didn't have.
Right.
In the comics, which I was glad to see that. That the telekinesis, big time telekinesis.
And
we give Ray a run for her money.
Fantastic. He's talking. All right, so should I say it now? Can I do what I told you I was going to do?
About what?
Piss off the Star Wars community.
What are you going to say? Oh, about.
Okay, so with me,
yes.
With me and the Blazing Defender here, when we reviewed these Star Wars movies 7 and 8, and we said not that good, you know.
Not good.
And people were saying, well, you know, but once the next one comes out, and it's going to tie back into this and that, and blah, blah, blah. And we said, yeah, that's cool and all, but a movie still has to stand on its own.
Always.
Okay. This is an example, Star Wars, of a movie that ties into another movie, but completely stands on its own.
Actually, a culmination of 15 years of movies.
For sure.
More movies than Star Wars.
Right. But it's completely a part one of two, essentially.
It is. We know there's going to be, this story is going to continue, but that's what I was telling my wife. This story is over.
Correct.
And it has a beginning and it has an end.
Right, this
and
arc of the story.
That scene where Thanos is coming out of the tent and he looks at the sunrise and smiles and the credits go, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Just because a villain wins doesn't mean the story's not over.
Which, again, one of the guys that went with us, he's really having a hard time with that. Like, he's like, man, I don't like that, man.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
You know, it's like when we went to Star Wars Rogue One, you know, and I took my girlfriend, and she loves action movies, but, you know, she's a girl at heart, man. She's emotional, has feelings and all that stuff. And,
unlike us.
Most of the time.
Unlike us.
You know, take the debit card away and see if she still has feelings, you know. But she got emotions, Dad. But anyway, so, you know, we watched Rogue One, which I loved, you know, by the way.
It was great.
And, you know, at the end, everybody dies because they had to. That's what transitioned you into, you know, A New Hope. And so we leave the theater, and she says, well, what do you think? And I said, you know, I thought it was great, because I hated 7, so I was like, cool, Star Wars is redeemed again, you know.
Right.
And I said, what do you think? She goes, well, it was good, and I really dug it, but I didn't like everyone had to die. You know, she kind of had like this little look in her eyes, you know, like a sad duck or something, you know. And I was like, yeah, baby, but they had to. They had to. That's part of it.
I think Ali went and seen it with us, and he was like, they didn't have to kill everybody.
Right.
One person could have made it. And I'm like, no.
And Ali's the same one that was kind of having the trouble with the villain winning in this one.
Which, you know, and we'll touch on this because, like, at the end, it's kind of like a rapture type moment.
Sure.
Where people are kind of, like, they're turning to ash and basically just disintegrating away.
Yeah.
Now, we know that's because of Thanos. Thanos got what he wanted. And actually, the glove is destroyed now.
Yeah.
Right? The glove is destroyed now because of that. So those people, we know, like Sam and I, and a lot of people that stay on the internet and everything, we know that they're coming back. They're not killing Black Panther, the #1 superhero movie ever. Right. They're not killing that guy.
And that's what we could say was our other
complaint. It was a complaint. Yeah, it was.
You know, if they'd have killed Cap and they'd have killed Iron Man, as far as your Thor, and turned him into dust, we would have bought it more. Because, you know, we know they're coming up on the end of their picture deals, and you know, we know Robert Downey's kind of looking to do some other type things and stuff like that.
Right.
And we kind of go, oh my gosh, you know, did they really
are
kill
they going to come back? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But when you kill Black Panther
Spider-Man.
and you kill Spider-Man, exactly.
They all have movies the next 2 years.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And even with that, you could say, well, maybe there's going to be a prequel movie, you know, except for Spider-Man, you know, but they're not going to kill off these two characters who are clearly going to lead the next, you know.
Well, and Sebastian Stan.
Right,
I mean,
years of.
He's going to get the shield. Like I said,
but the Winter Soldier doesn't carry the clout that Spider-Man and Black Panther do.
No.
You know, so that part, although like we said, for not huge comic book fans, it still resonates. You know, we hear those kids in the bathroom, you know.
Well, that was my point, because I told Sam, I said, well, you know, for the average moviegoer, they're not on the internet. They're not looking at set photos from Avengers 4. They're not doing that. Right. They go to the movie, which is actually ignorance is bliss, because that's the reason we were on media blackout, because we didn't want to know any more than we already knew.
Right.
And we're in the bathroom, and this guy goes, oh, damn, man.
Hey,
I can't believe Spider-Man's dead.
That was Flavor Flav.
That was Flavor Flav.
Oh, my Lord.
That was like,
man. Yeah, boy. Like,
yeah, that dude might have been like half of Flavor Flav.
Yeah, that dude was like a walking stereotype, dude. Like, we were in stalls, okay?
Yeah.
So I didn't see the dude or anything. And I clearly walked out like, come on, man. Like, that's what we're doing, man. You gotta be every stereotype. Like,
right.
All I was waiting for is for him to eat a whole bunch of fried chicken and then like be able to jump and dunk a basketball. You know, and I was like, come on, man.
He was cliche.
Yeah, I was like, don't do your people like that,
right.
man. You just had Black Panther, man.
Right.
You know?
Right. Well, I mean, he was talking about that with his buddies.
Yeah.
He was like, I can't believe, you know, like, so for that moviegoer, he thinks they're dead, or he thinks they're gone, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now we know that there's, which I see Jim's in the chat now. Jim was one that texted me earlier and said, man, I'm depressed. I was coming because I'm depressed.
We shouted you out earlier.
We shouted you out, Jim. We have seen set videos of Avengers 4, and they are obviously reshooting scenes from past movies. Not like going in and adding things. They're reshooting the whole scene.
Right.
And one of them is obviously the Battle of New York, because Cap's in his Avengers suit. Tony's in the Mark V. So they are doing that. Haley Atwell has tweeted out several times that she's coming back to the MCU. So we're going to probably get some 40s stuff now that Buck's gone.
Yeah.
Because Cap made it. Cap made it. Thor made it. Tony made it.
Yeah, the originals all made it. They kind of flipped that.
So we speculate that they're the ones that are going to be going back in time, to
undo all of this.
To undo all of it.
Because we got a little bit of that. You know, Scarlet Witch was successful in killing Vision and destroying the Infinity Stone. Right. And Thanos was like, hold on, bitch.
And again, we knew that was going to happen.
Right.
We knew that was going to happen, but it didn't. It still was a very powerful scene because she's killing somebody she loves.
Right. Just because we saw it coming didn't mean that it felt cheap.
Because it was done right.
It was done correctly.
Yeah. I mean,
and that's with her killing Vision, and with Thanos using the Time Stone to go back and bring it back and get the stone.
And Gamora, when he killed Gamora, we kind of knew that was coming, you know?
Yeah. And there was a few other parts throughout the movie like that, but none of it felt cheap.
No.
You know?
No, it was all
felt
so well
earned.
done. Yeah, it really did. We were talking about, so I said, I think Vision's dead. And you all were like, well, Siri made it a point to say, maybe what Siri?
It was
Stark and
it was
Ruffalo?
Banner. It was Banner.
Okay.
And Banner said, you know, he's part me, he's part Tony, he's part Ultron, he's part Jarvis, and the Stone. So he said there's a lot more to him than just the Stone. And that's where they come up with maybe, you know, try to remove the Stone and so on and so forth, see what's left. So I just felt like they showed us that a little too much,
right? For him to be
dead.
Yeah. Well, and again, it's kind of shitty that they killed him. Thanos goes back in time to rip the stone out of his head, then kills him.
That was brutal.
It was so brutal.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they didn't really shy away. Because, like, I've got some people that have texted me. They're waiting for me to tell them if their kids can go see it.
Right.
And
I'm the same way.
And normally I'd be like, it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Now I'm kind of like, I don't know if I mean, it depends on how old your kid is.
Right.
I mean, like Cole, I know Jason took Cole to see it. Cole's 10.
Well, some of it just depends on, not necessarily the physical years, but the maturity level.
The maturity level of
kid,
too,
sure.
Yeah.
You know, we've all met some girls that were 25, but you'd think they were 7.
Oh,
you
my
know?
God.
So,
yeah, trust me.
And I had a moment like that with Daredevil season 2 in Netflix. A lady I worked with, her kid is 10 or 11, and she's like, "Can you watch Daredevil?" And I was like, "I don't know. It's coming out this weekend. Let me see it." And then there was that part where Elektra was riding on top of him in the boxing rink, and I was like, text her immediately, like, no, can't do that. You know.
Well, I mean, this movie is PG-13, so obviously that's
there's
fine.
none of that stuff. There's no real language.
No.
There's some of the deaths. I mean, even that Loki death, I said was tough. Man. That was the
tough
Gamora,
to watch.
The Nebula scene.
Well, especially like with Cole being 10, you know, like. Dude, I was kind of shook when Gamora died. I mean, if you have a child that, like, the Guardians are their favorite characters, you might not want to take them.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's brutal. I mean, it's just a brutal scene.
Yeah.
Without, you know, you don't have to have guts ripping out and everything for it to be brutal. I mean, just the whole scene was brutal.
For me, watching Loki get choked out, you saw the red going in his eyes and stuff like that.
Blood vessels busting.
Yeah, exactly. I said, man, this is like I said, this isn't your typical Marvel movie.
Yeah, it's really not, which is great because that's what we needed.
Right, because what I tell you, I said, you know, as much as I'm still liking these movies, you know, leading up to it, I said, you know, some of them have felt kind of formulaic. You know, I'm kind of, you know, I understand Marvel sticking to it because they're making money. You
Absolutely.
know, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah, as much as I'm still liking, they're starting to wear down a little bit.
Right. Until this movie.
Yeah, this movie completely flipped that. That's why, like, Ant-Man was great because it was a comedy. You know, it had action.
It was a heist movie.
It was a comedy.
Yeah, it was a comedy heist movie, which is
and Spider-Man was a high school movie.
Yeah,
they made them different.
Yeah. All part of the same universe.
You know, as much as this isn't Marvel, it's Fox, but that New Mutants look, the trailer looks so enticing to me because it's a horror movie.
Yeah, great. I mean, why couldn't that be?
One reason why, you know, I'm a little down on this Venom so far with the first trailer is they said, you know, sci-fi horror, and I was like, awesome. Man, for Venom, that sounds perfect. You know, I'm thinking it's going to come with a rated R, you know, so then they come out as PG-13, and they drop the trailer. It looks like your everyday, typical action movie.
It does.
It didn't need Tom Hardy. It could have had Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
You know, he could have had a fucking, he could have had a symbiote ponytail, man.
Oh my God,
been
that
straight.
needs to be an action figure. Someone needs to custom a Seagal Venom.
Yeah.
That would be, I'd buy that.
Yeah. So for this movie to be different, man, it was needed.
Yeah.
I think that's one reason why Black Panther was so well received too. That's a different movie.
It's a different movie,
you know.
Yeah, and they've all, like I said, Ragnarok was a different take.
Yeah, it was.
You know,
I mean, 70s disco
comedy.
Fun.
You know, it was comedy, but still a lot of badass scenes in it.
Right.
Scott said it was hard to watch where Quill realized that Thanos killed Gamora.
Yeah.
I wanted to literally jump out of my seat and punch Quill at that moment.
Oh, man.
Because he was blowing the plant.
He blew everything.
He blew everything because he can't keep the shit.
And that's
in
one
check.
reason where I give Thanos so much credit. When I was coming up watching these old kung fu flicks, right, the old chop socky, my words don't match up with my mouth type of movies, the mission was always more important than any singular person.
Right.
You know, even if you were the father of the family
Right.
and you had to kill the daughter, let the daughter die, you know,
Right.
for the mission, for the good of the family or whatever it was. It always worked. And I was like, yeah, man. And Thanos did that. He killed his daughter,
Yeah.
the one person he loved in the universe, for the mission. And Quill does the exact opposite.
Did the exact opposite. Yeah, he loves Moshkitun. Which, okay, let me ask you this, because I don't know what moment this is that Thanos was talking about.
Okay.
Thanos tells Gamora, he said something like, I missed my opportunity. I missed my
passed
calling
up on my
once.
destiny
I passed up on
once."
my destiny once.
Right.
I won't do it again. I'm for you. What was that?
I'm assuming it's when Titan got destroyed. He wasn't able to kill half of the people
okay,
on Titan.
okay.
That was my assumption. I'm not going to go and put money down on that, but that's what I
Yeah,
thought
all
it
right.
led
No, I can
to.
go with that. I was kind of curious. I just now thought about it. I remember thinking about it then. I was kind of like, oh, crap. Well, okay. This is how we always end the shows. Score it.
You know, I really like to see it twice before I give it a hard-earned
Tough shit.
score.
Tough
no,
shit.
I'll give
You're
it
here
one.
now.
But I'm just putting that out there so I
Right.
can
Oh,
adjust
yeah.
it a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
9.6.
You took my score.
Well, you can have the same score.
No, I can't. I cut because
9.61.
no 9.6.05. No.
Okay.
This I said initially that I think I like this movie better than Avengers.
Yeah.
I think it's my number one Marvel movie.
Yeah.
So I've got to go high. I can't remember when I gave it the first Avengers, but we will say I'm going to go 9.8.
Okay.
5.
Okay. I think I gave Avengers 1 and 9.8, if I remember right.
Okay.
And right now, on one viewing only, I think I'm putting this just a notch below it for me, simply because of the Hulk factor.
Yeah.
is a pretty big complaint for me.
It sure
I
is.
felt like it was a miss, and I don't think there was anything in Avengers 1 where I said that should have been better.
Yeah, that's true.
So
No,
that's
true.
that's where I'm at right now. Again, I gotta watch it a second time.
Yeah. I mean, again, I'm big on story.
Yeah.
And as much as I love Avengers 1, it's magical. It'll always be magical no matter what.
Yep.
No matter if this movie passes it, Avengers 1 will always be magical.
Yep.
But the story,
Better story.
better story.
Better story.
It was because of Thanos.
Yeah,
it was
better
Thanos.
story.
Thanos made this movie.
Yeah.
He made this movie.
Well,
with
and-
all the superstars.
And we say it all the time, you know, it could be a movie or in comic books. The heroes are as good as their villains.
oh, yes.
Why is Batman? Why is one reason he's so beloved? Because
right.
look at his rogues gallery.
That's right.
Save for Spider, even though me and you aren't Spider-Man
Right,
fans.
right.
But why is Spider-Man so popular?
Right.
His rogues gallery.
It's fantastic.
you know?
Yeah, I love it when
and-
Spider-Man's rogues make it in other books.
Right, exactly.
Like, yeah,
But I was so glad
culture.
Daredevil kind of took Kingpin away from
Yeah,
him,
yeah, he
you know,
did. Yeah,
so-
he did. Let's see. Okay.
Second viewing.
Yeah, okay.
We could revisit and kind of do a quick recap
will.
after a second viewing
Sure.
or something. And
Sure.
kinda
See
make-
if we stay.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's going to be some things surface now that we're out of our media blackout.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
because I love seeing what other people think, and I'm like, oh, you know
yeah.
what? That's a great
For
point.
sure.
I didn't think about that.
That's why I want people, you know, when they see this and stuff, you know, write in and tell us, you
Yes,
know,
please do.
tell us if we're some dumbasses and
Yeah, right.
we missed this or that, or, you know,
Yeah.
guys, you didn't see that Thanos was terrible,
Yeah.
you know, or
oh
whatever.
my God, he was so one-dimensional.
Right, exactly. We needed Kylo Ren in this movie because he was fucking awesome. So, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, let us know, man. And like I said, I know I want to thank everybody that mentioned the Meatheads banner and logo.
Yeah.
I've had that. A buddy of mine, John Leon, did that for me. He lives down in
It's
Florida.
badass.
It's badass. He's a graphic designer. and he watches the show and said, "Hey man, I made this for you guys." And I'm like, "Oh my God, thank you."
We need a old like retro ash colored shirt with that logo.
With that on,
Yeah,
like it'll look like it's old 8mm film.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
We need something like that.
I'll give him my boy Eric at Straub Printing.
Yeah.
he'll make something.
Yeah,
up.
that'd be cool.
But yeah, so I appreciate
Kinda
that. But I've been
base it
holding
like
that.
the old Gold's Gym shirt or something.
Oh yeah.
It'd be-
I've been holding that stuff to rebrand the channel, and I think Sam's got a little bit more free time than he
getting there.
did.
Yep.
So we'll make it work. And
some
we
of the
got to
shackles
come.
are coming off a little.
Yeah,
slowly.
he's getting some shackles off a little bit.
Slowly but
So
surely.
when we can make it work, guys, we'll if we have to do it right after the movie, that's what we'll do.
Yeah.
But always appreciate your support, guys. Thank you. Visit the patreon.com/Blazing Defender. All that helps. I really appreciate it. Check out that page, and of course, Meatheads on Movies. We're back, guys.
Yep, be on the lookout.
Now, so everybody, quit sending me emails about where's Big Sam. Quit sending me emails. I don't want to
Just
hear
come
him
to
anymore. He's
LAC
back.
on Westport. You'll find me.
You'll find him
I'm
there
in
a lot,
eating
obviously.
and shit.
And bring a sandwich because he'll probably be hungry.
Right.
But guys,
be
I
fresh.
appreciate it. Let me know what you thought about the movie. Let me know what you thought about the show. If you know somebody you think might like this, share it. Send them a link.
Please do.
iTunes, YouTube, they'll all be on there.
And I say check out for a quick little second update after we watch it a second time.
Oh,
We'll
sure,
do a little-
yeah.
And check us for Deadpool too, because
Yeah,
that's
coming.
That's the next big one for us.
Yep.
We do Solo, but the thing is, man, I piss off Star Wars people enough as it is. I should probably stay retired.
No,
from that one.
we're
gonna do Solo.
But we're gonna give it. I mean,
I
we're
say
gonna
you
give it
could
to them
do-
like
you
we
could
think.
You could do Solo.
I could do solo.
No, I'll get it,
Yeah,
man.
you
I'll
get
take
it.
I'll take the brunt of the punches.
No, I mean, because we think we might like Solo.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
Solo looks
hoping.
good.
The trailer looks good.
Trailer looks
I'm
good.
excited
So
for
we're
it.
excited. Yeah, we're Star Wars
Remember
fans.
how mad those people got when I said, okay, you
Oh
got
my
the 3
God.
prequels, which are horrible, the 3 original, which are good.
Yeah.
Okay, and then 7, which not so
Not
good,
good.
right? 8,
Rehash.
really
Oh my
horrible.
God. The
and
worst.
Rogue One, which is good. So I said, man, 4 out of 9 movies. Oh, that's not even 50%. I said,
Using
so-
the MLB, you'd be back in the minors.
Right, yeah, they kick you down to single A.
Right.
You know, and
You'd be playing at Slugger Field.
so at what point do you decide the
Beer
Star
night.
Wars universe maybe isn't quite as good as
right.
as we've hyped it to be?
So, but
Now,
we'll
those
see.
people are pissed.
Yeah.
They're pissed.
Oh yeah. Star Wars fans they're hardcore, and I love that.
I do love that about it.
I love it.
Yeah.
But
And we
we're-
like Star Wars.
We love it.
You know,
We
for
love
the
Star
most
Wars
part,
stuff. I don't know when we'll be able to get in to see Star Wars again. That comes out Oaks Day.
Yeah.
And like I said, Derby Week's a busy week here for us in Louisville. But speaking of getting blown up.
Right. Maybe the shackles aren't off.
Yeah, they're not off. They're not off. You got a shackle calling you.
Right.
But yeah, so we'll get that Solo out, and then Deadpool for
Deadpool.
sure.
Hype for that.
And maybe we come back to the zone.
Yeah.
And guys, don't forget Free Comic Book
Free
Day,
Comic Book.
May 5th. Come to the zone, and if you can't make it, come into the zone anyway and pre-order your sales price. Okay. First, I tell you what. First, go to Great Escape and say that. And
Yeah,
then
try
when
to
they
get
laugh
that
you out,
deal.
come here.
Right.
And then
Try
you
to get
can,
that
you can leave
deal.
and be happy.
And come over here, meet our man Dan if you don't know him,
Yeah.
and get that sale
Yes,
price.
yes. Guys, again, always appreciate all the support. Thank you so much. And remember, world's crazy out there.
Yeah.
Be nice.
Yeah,
to
love each
people.
other.
Love each other. Treat people like you'd want to be treated, and the world will be a better place. For Blazing Defender and Big Sam, we're out. Peace.